Hi everyone, so today I want to talk about cold stratification of seeds. So here are 9 methods to cold stratify your seed. Please note though that with technological advances, I am noticing more and more seeds no longer need cold stratification. So be sure to check your packets of your seeds to verify what type of seeds require stratification. So let's get started. Cold stratification has been used for years to help germinate seeds faster. Cold stratification is used to mimic how Mother Nature prevents seeds from sprouting too soon or at the wrong time. In cold climates, seeds normally would stratify during colder temperatures or under snow. Seeds that have been sitting dormant in seed packets or collected in the fall most likely have been sitting in your home at room temperatures, all snugly and warm. But you can shock them out of their dormancy by exposing them to cold using a variety of techniques depending on your climate. As gardeners, we tend to spend our winters in the colder climates, flipping through seed catalogs, dreaming about what we will plant in our gardens in the spring. Many of us try to cut costs by starting our seeds early inside and hunting for varieties that we have always wanted to grow that isn't plentiful where we live. Once we start hunting for seeds, whether it's in stores or through the catalogs, we realize when we get the seeds home that some need a chilling period to help them germinate. Since I have forgotten or missed the need to chill my seeds in the past, I now spend the time reading the packets before I order seeds or before I purchase them in the garden centers. Many of the garden catalogs give a short description of what is required to germinate the seeds until you receive them. Over the past few years, this has been improved, but you can still encounter a packet of seeds that you ordered that needs cold stratification that did not state that in the online or in their fancy catalogs. The amount of time seeds need cold stratification depends on the seed and whether it's open pollinated, genetically modified, such as a hybrid, or if you collected the seeds yourself from the garden. Many gardeners follow the rule that the hardier a plant is, for instance, if it says it grows in zones 2 to 8, the longer they need to cold stratify. But this is no longer true with the advances made in science and technology, so reading the packet is the best advice that I can suggest. Some seeds also require some form of scarification to help them germinate, such as scratching them up with sandpaper or nicking their shells with a knife to expose the seed to the elements. Other ones require a good soaking in cold water or cold circulating water where you have to stir it often. It varies from seed to seed. Many respond well to cold or moist stratification using a seed starting mix or even paper towel, while others require a bit more dedication by the gardener to meet their needs. Sometimes the KISS rule is best depending on the seeds, and you can throw the entire packet of seeds into your fridge and let it stratify without too much fuss. So here are the different types of cold stratification techniques commonly used by gardeners. The first one I want to talk about is spring, fall, and winter sowing. This is where, depending on your climate, you plant your seeds outside so they get enough cold weather to stratify. For instance, with the warm weather this year, I was actually able to plant seeds right up to the end of November. Usually I do this in the late fall or spring, depending on how long the seeds need to be cold stratified or whether the soil is workable. Often in spring, we still have enough cold temperatures that those seeds that don't need a long stratification period can be sown and germinate successfully when the soil warms up. The number 4 stratification method is to stratify your seeds using cold water. Some seeds only require to be stratified in cold water, which is really quite simple. But always read your packets to see what the seeds need for stratification. Sometimes it's only a few days, sometimes it's a couple months. But the simplest method here is to take a jar like this and fill it with water. Make sure your water's good and cold. You run it for a minute and fill the jar about half full, like this. Then you want to take your seeds and you want to dump them in the jar. Now you could go ahead and scarify them if you want, so you could use sandpaper on them, or you could nick them with a knife. Once you have them in your jar of water, you want to put a cheesecloth or a light cloth over, like this, and then wrap it with an elastic band. And this kind of jar I'm using is actually a coffee jar, and a decaf coffee jar, which works great for doing this because you can use a lot of them and they don't take up a lot of space. And you can wrap that around like that. Now you have a couple choices with this. If you're in a climate where it's not going down to like below zero like it is here, like -29, -30, you can put this outside and then you would change the water every day by bringing it in and emptying it through this mesh and then refilling it and putting it back outside for the time period described on the seed packet. The other way you can do this is, particularly in cold climates like mine, because you don't want that water to turn into ice, is to put it in a fridge. So we can put it in here and put it on the shelf, and we can let it cold stratify there, and then every day change the water. Changing the water on this with this nice mesh fabric or a cheesecloth. This is actually a laundry bag I'm using. You basically are just going to go and turn it upside down like that, and it's going to drain out. Give it a little shake, shake off those seeds, and then you can refill from here. And then put it back in the fridge or back outside. And that's all you have to do to stratify using cold water. Number 5, cold stratifying seeds in soil and putting them outside. So I have a good seed starting mix. This is the Jiffy seed starting mix, and I have my container right here. I have a clear container so I can see what is happening. You can use water jugs, milk jugs, any sort of container that you can do this with. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill it with soil. I'll just put a little bit more in. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your seed directly on top of the soil. So I have some seed here. I'm just going to sprinkle it on top of the soil. And just scatter them is the easiest way of doing this. And if you get too many in a spot, just spread them out. And then the easiest way is to spray it down with some water so it makes contact with the soil. And then you can put your lid on top. And then you can use tape to seal the lid on. So I have some electrical tape here. Sorry, duct tape is what I'm using, not electrical. I have electrical tape on the brain. And you're just going to wrap this around the cover, like so. And seal the container all the way around. I just need a bit more. The only thing about using this stuff is it's very sticky. Just like that. And you can put it outside. And you can do this in any climate. It doesn't matter if it freezes solid because it needs the stratification and it's got the soil. And we're going to leave that till spring, until it melts or until we see germination, and then we can pot them up. Just going to open the door here. And we're going to set them outside here on the deck where I can monitor them closely. And they can stratify there. So that was number 5. Cold stratification for seeds outside in soil. Number 6, stratifying seed in paper towel and putting it in the fridge. So I have some water here in a pie plate and I have my paper towel here. So we're just going to soak it in the water. Like so. And then I'm going to open it up. Like that. It's nice and moist. And then we're going to take our seed and we're just going to sprinkle it in the paper towel. And doing this form of cold stratification, now this is cold water, will speed up the germination rate of the seed. Once again, you're going to let it cold stratify based on the instructions on the package. And then what we're going to do is once we have it in there, we're just going to fold the paper towel over on the seeds. And I'm going to fold up the ends. And I'm going to put them in a Ziploc. And you can open the Ziploc up a little bit once you have it in there and seal it. And get my Ziploc to seal. There we go. And then we're going to put this in the fridge. And I'm just going to put it in the cooler with the other seed. Number 7, seeds collected. So any seeds that you collect from your garden, you will probably need to stratify them. The reason being is that when you collect them, you bring them in the house, you let them dry out, and there they sit in their brown paper bags waiting for spring. But sometimes you need to stratify them and give them a cooling period in order to help them germinate faster and to have a greater percentage of success. So in this case, these are the pink hollyhocks that I collected from the garden. I put them in this bag. I shelled them and left them in here. Then I took them, I folded the bag up really nice and I taped it. So now I need to give them that cooling period necessary to help them germinate faster. With these hollyhocks, because they are biennial, you can start them in pots or you can direct sow them into the garden. However, starting them in pots gives you a better chance of getting blooms the first year. So we'll put these seeds in the refrigerator in their original brown paper bag and leave them there until I am ready to either pot them up or plant them in the garden. Either way, we will get some green leafy foliage from them and hopefully some blooms if we start them earlier. But this is one of the simplest methods for starting seeds in winter because you don't have to put them outside. There's no monitoring required. There's no water changes. It's just easy. Just throw them in your crisper and away you go and the waiting game begins. I personally prefer this method to all the other methods that I've shown you so far. It's one of the easiest. Number 8, peat pellets. This is a real simple option as well. You basically take a tray of peat pellets and you soak them in water and then you take your seed, and in this case it's Pellets seed. It's the blackbeard seed I collected from the garden, and you're going to sprinkle those pellets with the seed. Once you're done sprinkling the pellets with the seed, you're going to put the lid back on them and you're going to put them in the fridge and allow them to germinate. When you see the seeds germinate in these pods, then you can take it out and continue growing them in these pods. It's really handy because you're saving a step by not having to transplant them up to another pot until they're actually ready. Because Pellets does need a cooling period, this is where it's key to put them in these pellets and put them in the fridge or in a tray of soil. These work really, really easy. This tray was super inexpensive and very convenient to use. I highly recommend this method as well. It's one of my favorites, so long as you got room in your fridge for all these seeds, because they do take up quite a bit of room. And my last method of stratifying seed is broadcast sowing. So you can take your seeds and you can broadcast sow them in the snow. So in this case, these are bachelor buttons. Now I have tried this before and have not had any success. I suspect though where I put them The snow, when it melted, washed the seeds away. So I'm going to try it again over here where the ground is fairly level. And all you do is take your seeds and you sprinkle them on the snow and the weather will stratify the seeds. Really easy. It's just a matter of going out in the cold and doing it and spreading those seeds well. That is the key. I've seen a lot of people use this method and have had great success. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give me a like and a subscribe. And I hope this was informational for you. I enjoyed doing this video. There's a lot of different methods you can use to stratify seeds. And after saying that word a zillion times in this video, I can barely say it now. But anyhow, there's a lot of different methods you can use to stratify your seeds. It all depends on where you live and what your climate is like as well. So read the seed packets, pay attention to your climate, and I'm sure you will have a lot of success with this and you will have faster germination on your seeds for your spring planting. So I'll see you in the next video, everybody. Bye.